Hey guys, happy Wednesday and happy New Year. What the hell? We in a new year. It's crazy. I don't know about y'all, like I feel the new year energy, but honestly like it just feels like the same, but not really. You know what I mean? Like it feels exciting, but like I'm not, overly hyped about it. But with that being said, I kind of just wanted to do a candid chill podcast today all around understanding that like you're not a self-improvement project, right? What I mean by that is yes, we want to improve. Yes, we want to become our best selves. That's what we all desire. We all want to be healthy, fit, confident, financially independent, and financially secure, have a relationship that is filled with love and respect and admiration. We want family, like we all want those things, right? But a lot of the times, especially around this time of year, there can be a lot of pressure. Like there can be a lot of pressure to be this, high functioning, very disciplined individual at all times. And if you're not operating in that place at all times, well, then you're lazy or you're not disciplined or better try again next year. I already fell off my New Year's resolution, right? And I think it just kind of perpetuates this mindset again of the all or nothing mindset as a society of, like being perfect or not being perfect and just not doing anything at all. It's okay if you're a couch potato one day. It's okay if you end up just like not going to the gym one day or just falling off track. Like it's actually okay. Like I'm here to tell you that it's okay and that to give yourself grace. It's okay when you have a plan for your life or a plan for yourself and things just don't go the way that you necessarily planned. And guess what? That's life. Okay. And I'm not here to tell you it's okay to be lazy and it's okay to like just do what you want and don't have goals and don't be disciplined. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is that in order for you to actually be consistent with your goals long term and to be disciplined long term, you got to be okay with not being perfect. You got to be okay with, having seasons of time or days that just don't look like that girl routine. You know what I mean? Like that's okay. It's okay if you don't have the perfect white kitchen and, the Nespresso machine and all the things, but you can still romanticize the little things in your life, right? There can be so much comparison as well when it comes to becoming this next level version and this highest version of yourself. Like you can go on and be scrolling on TikTok and or Instagram, and it's not really going to hit you until you've been on it a little too long, right? And all of a sudden you're comparing your life to this person's life, and wow, like it just looks like everybody else has it together and everybody else is on track and killing it, and I'm just over here like falling behind, or I'm just over here dealing with all this stress, and I'm just over here dealing with this heartbreak or whatever you're going through right now, right? Or maybe you're just not going through stuff, you're just chilling, right? And you're just cruising. And you don't really know like what your next step is or what that's supposed to look like for you. And that's okay. That's okay. Okay. Now, I do believe that humans thrive off of goal setting. I think that it is very healthy. I think that discipline, structure, tracking data, like all of that stuff is important for us to be able to relax, right? Because you can't have all this relaxation and recharging without the discipline and structure. It just doesn't work that way, right? So it's okay that, you got to find what that looks like to you. What does being disciplined even look like to you? Right? And if you're struggling to be consistent with that, instead of just falling off track altogether and being like, oh, I just suck or I'm just not good enough, how about you try to scale it back a little bit? Like maybe going to the gym 5 days a week is just too much for you right now. Maybe you just need to settle for three. And if that part of you is like, oh, well, I just feel like there's no point. Like if I'm going to do it, I want to do it fully. You can go to the gym 3 days a week and still have the right programming. It's just all comes down to total volume, right? When it comes to building muscle. But I think a big thing is just showing up. You know what I mean? Like just showing up in those areas. Like literally just show up for yourself. You you want to strive for doing things 100%, but if all you have that day is 40%, then that is the best you can do, and that is okay. That's literally fucking chef's kiss. Okay? If 40% is all you have today and 40% is what you gave, that's 100% in my eyes, okay? Now, if you have 100% in you and you're just like, I just don't feel like it, that's different because you want to make sure that your actions are in alignment with what you really desire. I also feel like when it comes to self improvement, I feel like a lot of times with society, like, we think we want certain things, or like we think that our life needs to look a certain way in order for us to be happy. But if you're not happy with where you are right now, you won't be happy in that other reality. Okay. And what I mean by this is, what I'm trying to say is that you can't hate yourself. You can't hate your life into a version of it that you love. It just doesn't work that way, right? You don't go, oh, I hate my body. I'm gonna go to the gym and like lose this weight. And no, because when you lose the weight, you're gonna find something wrong with yourself if you're coming from that place of hate, right? You can go, oh, like I need to make more money. I just need to make more money. And you could do it in a way, and you can have a job that you absolutely freaking hate. You make the money, but you literally dread waking up every day. You'd rather make less money and be happy. That happens all the time, right? So ask yourself, what is it that you really desire? Are you just putting shit on your vision board or on your Pinterest that you think that you want, right? Or are these just novelty things? Because I see a lot of people wishing for these things, but they're not putting in a lot of action to back it up, right? Consistent, imperfect action is what matters and what compounds over time. Because guess what? And this is just my experience in building a business, being on my own fitness journey, helping hundreds of women do the same, right? Is that you're never gonna, like, there's not a fucking manual that just tells you every little thing that you need to do and can do and have to do in order to get there. Yes, in the terms of fitness, like, yeah, there could be like manuals and things like that, but you have to jump in. You just got to jump in and you just got to take messy fucking action. It doesn't have to look like meal prepping on Sunday. And if you miss that 1 hour on Sunday, well, it looks like I just have to eat out this week. That is so all or nothing, guys. And it's actually delusional because you can just do the same thing on Monday. And Monday passes, you still haven't meal prepped. Guess what? It's Tuesday. You still have the rest of the week. And we put it off until the next week because we just don't want to do it. We don't want to do the work. And that's that fine line that you have to kind of find when it comes to the whole self-improvement thing, right? Are you interested? Like, would it be nice to have these things? Or are these your desires that you are committed to bringing into your life? That's also why I feel like a lot of people don't understand what manifestation is, right? And attracting things into your life and co-creating with God, the universe, to bring those things into your life. Let's say you want to, and guys, the word manifest, it literally just means to create and attract into your life. So like it's not a lot of woo-woo behind it. It's very simple. But you can't just wish it into your reality. You have to put in action. You have to have a plan, but be flexible with that plan. Give yourself grace when you do fall off. Okay, the word grace literally means, hard to look this up because I gotta look it up. I mean, the definition I looked up and found is kind of lame, but what it means to give yourself grace is to have unconditional love and forgiveness towards yourself and with others, right? That is what grace is. You fuck up, you had a lazy ass day, you sat and you spent 6 hours on TikTok. That's crazy. But let's say 4 hours on TikTok or 2 hours, even, whatever. And you feel really guilty about it. Oh, I just wasted 2, 3 hours on TikTok scrolling. I could have been able to go to the gym. I should have been able to meal prep. I could have, should have, would have, whatever. Guess what? That time is past already. It's gone. Guilt, shame, the best way to release it and actually feel more encouraged and empowered in taking action in your journey is to give yourself grace. Okay? Is to tell yourself, okay, look, this didn't feel too good, did it? Okay, so I'm going to be aware of how this habit makes me feel. I'm going to give myself grace and I forgive myself for falling off or doing this or doing that. And I give myself that grace. I forgive myself because I love myself. And I know that I'm not perfect and I'm human. But I'm very aware of how this habit makes me feel. It doesn't make me feel too good. So I'm going to try to change that. What could I do that's a little bit more effective than scrolling on TikTok? Am I bored? I just want entertainment. Okay, what can I do? Can I watch a YouTube video that's going to bring me value, right? You know, can I read a book? Can I go on a walk? Can I call a friend? TikTok is fine, but I'm talking about like you could go into a hole with TikTok. Like it's an enemy to me right now. But you just want to have a plan, but don't be so rigid on yourself and so pressuring and comparing yourself to other people and feel like this is what you should be, should have been doing or should be, or what just the pressure, right? To be this perfect version of yourself. Okay? We all want to be that version of ourselves, that highest, truest, most, you know, the version of ourselves that is the most authentic to us, right? The version of my truest authentic self is she is someone who, yes, she's fit. Yes, she's fit. Yes, she's consistent with the gym. I'm already in a relationship that, I love my relationship so much. Yes, I'm traveling. Yes, I have my own business. All of those things that you see on Pinterest and you put on your vision board. But you know what truly makes me feel like my highest, most authentic self already? Being kind to others, having inner peace in my life, having people around me that I love and are supportive and only bring positivity into my life, cutting out negative shit in my life, prioritizing myself, filling up my own cup, practicing positive thoughts. And like if negativity comes up, learning how to guide that out. Where you're not a self-improvement project, but you always want to be seeking that wisdom and that knowledge on how to become that version of yourself that has that inner peace. I think is the most important, right? It's like, yes, we want these external things, and it's okay to want those external things. Like, I remember when I was more religious, I used to be like, no, like those things are of the flesh and material. And it's like, listen, you can go inward and all of that, but ultimately these are like toys on earth. God's like our will, if it's coming from pure intention, we have pure intention and it's not empty, like we're not looking to something material or external in order to fill a hole inside of us, then it is God's will too. Okay? That's how I see it. Because if I'm on Pinterest and vision boarding and I'm putting all these things on there to try to fill a hole or to try to seek outside of myself, that's me seeking to something that's empty, right? Which is the flesh. But if I have pure intention and I'm thinking, I I know I'm happy now, but I just know that I'll be so much more aligned with my truest self being healthy. I deserve these things. It's God, that is God's will for you. Okay? Is to live that happy, fulfilled life. And then all those material things are just extra. It's just extra. But if you're looking to those to fulfill something in you, yeah, it's different. But it's okay to desire those things outside of yourself, but it just has to come from a place of love for yourself and a pure desire, right? Because it all starts with your desire and your intention for something, right? So there can be a lot of pressure in the new year, guys, to like just be like, oh my god, like, and I appreciate the motivation and the accountability on social media, but I just want you guys to know that like it can look different for everybody. It doesn't have to be you becoming this entire new version of yourself January 1st and January and like everybody's killing it, whatever. It can be on a Friday night that you decide. It can be literally fucking February 12th. Like it can literally be anytime you decide to snap your fingers and make a change. It's your choice. It's up to you, and it's okay if that doesn't look like what society makes it look like to be, right? So that's my piece for today. I know this was a little all over the place, but I hope you guys could get some value from it. I didn't have any notes ready for today, but I enjoyed just kind of being able to ramble. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy me for the next episode. Bye.